This right here is the key to keeping a puppy right here occupied when you're trying to film a vlog and or get some studying done when you have an interview coming up. Right, Aston? All right, come on, buddy. Let's go. Let's go. See, he loves this thing. Up. Good boy. We'll lay right down and chew in peace. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another Tesla Talk Tuesday. Welcome back, Aston, to the vlog because he loves making appearances. Now, my hair, I understand, guys. If it's bothering you, it's bothering me. It's getting a little out of control now. I probably need to cut it at some point, but we're not going to risk it. It's just hair. So this is as good as you're going to get today. Hope it's not too bothersome. But let's just dive right into the... Oh, wait, real quick. If you're enjoying the content, please be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Would really appreciate it. Would really help me out. I am still looking for jobs. I am still unemployed. So, yeah, there's that. Also, last vlog, if you haven't seen it, here's a quick clip. Basically, a Savage Garage set up an awesome rally on Saturday over Memorial Day weekend. So I just want to say another huge thank you to that whole crew for setting that up and getting everybody together. It's nice to get out, drive the cars, maintain social distancing. But it was a lot of fun, to say the least, and I'm very happy to have gotten out, see all those awesome supercars, and just had a blast driving around. So hopefully Cars and Coffees will start to get back into full swing. Maybe some like more low-key ones. People can wear masks, they can kind of hang out, see cars and all that jazz. But until then, I'll work with what I'm given, and well, that was an awesome experience. Anyways, let's just jump right into it. We'll get to the Tesla Talk Tuesday stuff, so let's go. All right, Aston, you ready to get down to brass tacks? Yeah, he's already working on it. Anyways, Cybertruck. The Cybertruck has made another debut, or I guess will be making a debut. There was sneak peek footage. Elon Musk, Jay Leno's Garage. I believe tomorrow, Wednesday the 27th, May 27th, tomorrow, I think is the episode where the Cybertruck will be on. They've released footage already about this. I guess there's pictures and videos of Elon Musk jumping on the, I think it's called a tonneau, whatever it is. It's the thing that covers the bed on a truck. Basically, Elon Musk jumping on that, or standing on it at the very least, and, well, that already shows you how durable that is. There's some slight footage of him driving around with Jay in the truck, talking about, again, how there will be, like, Tesla armor glass on all the glass panels.
Having the glass like this is actually quite hard because it's so sloped.
Is that a special kind of glass? Is that different from normal windshield glass?
We are going to be using effectively a form of armored glass for the car.
Jay mentions how open it feels because of all of the glass panels that are on the truck. Obviously, like the roof and the front, it's just so open.
The greenhouse is fabulous. I love how open it appears to be.
And then Elon reiterates the fact that it's a 300 series cold rolled steel. You're buying a bulletproof truck. That is awesome.
And the door panels of the car are the 300 series stainless steel, and it's so tough that it's bulletproof to a handgun.
And why is that important to you that it be bulletproof? I mean,
It's badass and super cool.
That's super cool. But see, I like that answer. It's a good answer.
Do you want your truck to be bulletproof or not?
Yeah, I guess I want my truck to be bulletproof.
Anyways, pretty cool clip and pretty awesome stuff to hear. Now, what's interesting is Elon mentions in this clip that the ideal truck would be about 5% smaller, just all around dimensions, which I think might be cool.
I think we got the proportions here pretty close.
What would you change when it finally reaches production? What do you think you would do?
We're 5% too big, and if we just take all the proportions and drop them by about 5%.
Oh, you mean all the way around?
Yeah, so it's got to fit in a normal garage.
However, then he tweeted this. He basically is saying that, he talked with Franz, I think that's how you pronounce it, the designer at Tesla, saying that they're actually going to keep the dimensions. They'll make a smaller truck in the future, but they're going with it. They like the production, or the like prototype vehicle. They just want to put that into production. So I mean, I'm not unhappy. Even at 5% smaller, I don't think this truck's fitting in my garage, so I don't think the 5% would do it for me, at least. If you have a big enough garage to fit it in the prototype, you'll probably be able to fit it if it was 5%. Either way, it doesn't fit in my garage, so yeah, there's that. The questionable thing is, if it doesn't fit in my garage, though, how do I charge it, right? That's always the peculiar situation. Now I'm figuring I could always like back it in potentially and charge it for a little bit and then like park it on the street. But that's where it gets tough because I live in a townhouse, and well, there isn't parking like directly in front of my house. So yeah. Anyways, I'll work around it because this truck's gonna be awesome. 0 to 60 for the tri-motor version in under 3 seconds, over 500 miles of range, and cold rolled steel, Cyberquad ATV as an option. I mean, this truck's gonna be awesome. I cannot wait. But I cannot wait to see that Jay Leno's Garage episode tomorrow night with the Cybertruck. So more details are slowly coming out. Very excited to see the full episode. But either way, impressive strength on that tonneau. Hopefully we'll get more details on everything and see more of it intimately. Again, they do reiterate that is the 2021 Cybertruck. So we will most likely not at all be seeing it this year. It will definitely be 2021. It does also look like they have purchased some property in Austin, Texas. So I know it's between Austin and Tulsa for the Terra factory that's coming out. It seems like they're going with Austin, but I don't know. I guess things can always change. Who knows? These things are always crazy. They're hush hush. They want to, say they're still competing in both to get better deals in one, and we'll see. Now, going forward with Tesla in China, they're trying to ramp back up, and supposedly there's a massive backlog. So that's good and bad. I mean, you don't want customers waiting, potentially canceling orders, but if there's a massive backlog, that means that people have been ordering the car. They want this car, and that's always good news. It's good news for Tesla shareholders, for people that, have the stock and want it to just keep going right up. So we'll see what happens there and how they're, he's just so weird. Anyways, hopefully they can fulfill these orders fairly quickly. I also don't know exactly what the situation is. I guess there's different news reports about them reopening the factories in Fremont and people complaining about it. So I don't know if they're forcing people to go back to work or what, but I guess it is what it is. Hopefully they're not being forced to go back to work, but it's a tough situation. At the same time, it is kind of crazy to think that people are going to expect pay even though they don't want to go into the factory. I mean, I would love to have a job right now. Let's put it that way. I would love to have income coming in. So if people are going to complain about this, I get it. You want to be safe and all that stuff, but there's certain jobs that you can't do from your house, such as make a car. So at some point, you have to figure out ways to be as safe as possible, wash your hands, change your clothes, wash them as soon as you get home and all that stuff. But I hope Tesla's doing it efficiently, and I hope the workers do feel safe when they come back, at least to a degree, and are able to make the best of it. Just put more measures in place to make sure everybody's safe. Yes, the Cybertruck is going to be rolling around and driving the streets on Jay Leno's Garage, but the coolest thing is that Musk, again, is confirming that he is going to have a SpaceX package for the Roadster. Now, what he's saying is it's going to use ultra-high compressed cold air, and there's the main rocket thruster, I guess the cold air thruster, whatever you want to call it, is going to be behind the license plate.
An option to have rocket thrusters.
Rocket thruster?
Yes, from SpaceX.
All right.
Yeah.
How does that work? See, I don't know when you're kidding and when you're not now.
No, in this case, I am serious.
You're going to have rocket thrusters?
Yes.
And what will provide the thrust? There's no fuel in the car.
No, we're going to use ultra-high pressure compressed air.
Oh, I see. Okay.
It's a cold gas thruster.
Okay. All right.
The main thruster will be like behind the license plate.
Right.
So for acceleration, it drops the license plate, and that behind the license plate is a rocket thruster. So it's like full-on James Bond.
This is absolutely crazy. Elon's like, yeah, this is full-on James Bond, having the license plate drop, the cold air thruster being right there, and the car's just taking off. I'm super excited to see this. This is going to be absolutely wild. No other company has done this before. I don't know. This is going to be one interesting car, and it will be interesting to see what other like hyper supercar manufacturers do after they come out with this, because they're not going to be able to compete. Like, it's just, I mean, you're using cold air thrusters. Like, it's just a completely different ball game now. So super excited to see this technology come out. Very excited to see Tesla Roadsters on the road. Hopefully I can buy one day, but I mean, the way things are going, it's not looking good for me. It's going to be one sweet hypercar, I guess. I mean, I would put it in hypercar territory with like supercar pricing. So, you ready for this, Aston? You ready for this? YouTuber Bjorn Nyland, I don't know how to pronounce his name, so sorry if I butchered that, but he has apparently confirmed 400, that's right, 400 miles of range on a newer Tesla Model S long-range Raven. Now, a little caveat is he performed this traveling at around 55.9 miles an hour, I think is what they said. So right around 55 miles an hour, which was 20 kilometers an hour below the speed limit wherever he was driving. So it's not super real world, but he was able to get 400 miles out of the car. So I think he drove like 617 kilometers and had 4% battery left, which then if you do the calculations, it comes out to like 644 kilometers, which is roughly 400 miles, something like that. Either way, he has a YouTube video about it if you want to go check that out, but he was able to get 400 miles of range. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see when the EPA does more testing in the future, if they can get 400 miles of range under their testing situation. So there you have it, 400 miles. Back to speaking of electric hypercars, the Rimac CTwo, I think is what it's called. Prototype vehicle. I guess Porsche has invested in Rimac, so we might actually see this car come to market. But there was a YouTube video of this car doing a hot lap, and it's pretty wild to say the least. I mean, these cars, even when Rimac came out with their first electric car like a couple years ago, absolutely bonkers. So these cars are awesome. The things that they're doing is very cool as well. A lot of electronics going on there. They had, I think, independent all-wheel drive, but they were very expensive, obviously, not a large manufacturer, no large production, so because of that, you have higher price point for each individual car. Still, super cool cars. They look incredible. They are incredibly quick, incredibly fast, and they definitely look the part of a hypercar. So either way, hopefully we'll actually see this newer prototype come to market, but who knows? I also have no idea what the price point will be. But with Porsche's help, maybe it could become more of a reality. Also, you might see some of that technology trickle down into the Taycan in the future, so that would also be super notable and really, really cool as well. We are going to see the limits and the performance of a lot of these cars, everyday cars, just get that much better. I mean, you look at my car, that's 6 years old with 105,000 miles on it, doing 0 to 60 in just over 4 seconds. Super impressive. Rear wheel drive, a ton of fun to drive, instant torque, throws you back. I mean, it is a blast to drive these cars, even if you look at how old they are, and still get 250 miles of range on a full charge. I can go out, do a full day rally, drive back home, and you know, I'm still pretty good. Plus, there were superchargers within like 15 miles of where I was out in like West Virginia. So there are superchargers everywhere, which is awesome. You can recharge easily. If I was in the Taycan, for example, would have been a much more interesting day to say the least, because you either get stuck at a slow charger that charges at like 20 to 30 miles of range an hour, or you would have to just kind of bail out and head back to a fast charger. So with a Tesla, you just have so many more options, and the range is still fantastic. Like the range on my 6-year-old car is still better than a brand new Porsche Taycan Turbo S. So Taycan Turbo S has awesome performance stats, but like you don't have the range to feel confident and go out and do these fun drives that I was able to do on Saturday. So it is definitely a catch-22, but with a new Tesla performance, you still get similar performance to a Taycan. Yes, it does taper off as the battery goes down, but you have access to the supercharging network, and the cars are still extremely, extremely impressive. What I cannot wait for is the Cybertruck, though, because 500 miles of range is going to be insane. Theoretically, they can just bump the battery size to like 120, 130, 140 kilowatts, and that's how they could get an extra 100 miles of range or whatever out of it. That would be pretty simple, seeing as how this truck, in theory, should be about 2 feet longer than my Model S. And in theory, they could, I think they mentioned that there may be an option for solar panels in that rear tonneau. So either way, excited to see the Cybertruck, more specs, more stats about it in this upcoming Jay Leno's Garage. Anyways, that is going to be it for this Tesla Talk Tuesday. Again, if you guys are enjoying the content, please give this video a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe to the channel down below. Would really appreciate it and would really help me out. But as always, until next time, guys, thanks for watching.